Come back, children. We saw about the looping statements, while loop, do while loop and for loop statements, and the example program for that also we saw, right? Practically we typed it and we saw the result also. The next part of our chapter is about the break statement. What is this break statement? How it works in our PHP program we are going to see now. This break statement is terminates the execution of the current structures like for each, while, do while and switch case statements. So in switch case programs we saw, right, in case statements break, we did it and saw in switch case statements, right? So for that, the termination of any looping statements or conditional statements will be using this break. The break statement is placed in the statement block. Okay, the break statement is kept in the statement block. Whenever the control encounters the break statement, it terminates the execution and comes out of the loop. Okay, so whenever the control encounters, whenever the execution comes to the statement called break, it terminates the execution and it comes out of the loop. So for coming out of the loop, we are using the break statement, the statement that follows immediately after the loop is executed. So it will come out of the loop, and after the loop, what is the statement there? It will be executed. Okay. So what is the need for the break statement? To come out of the loop. Okay. So whenever the control goes to the break statement, it terminates the execution and comes out of the loop. And out of the loop, next to loop, what is the first statement? It will continue to execute from that statement. Okay. Yes, we are having an example program here. We'll check with this example program. Yes. Okay, we'll check with this example program now. New program, PHP. We are starting with PHP and we are going to assign the x variable as 10 and we are going to type a looping statement with the condition 20. Yes, print, not print, it is increment, right? Increment. Inside this, we are having another statement, conditional statement. If this x equal to 15, it comes to 15, okay. Print loop stopped. Stop at x is equal to, okay, break. So when it reaches here, it will have the break statement. And while also to be closed and close the program. See here, if statement also should be closed, while also should be closed, and this PHP program also should be closed. Now we are going to save this program. Save as our break statement, right? br.php. We are going to run this program. http localhost student br.php, right? This is http localhost student is the folder and br.php is your program name. See, loop started, x is equal to 15. We can have some other also. X is equal to 16 also we can have. Okay. Save. See, 16. We can also check. Here we can print it, okay. Here, print x is equal to, x is equal to $x. Yes, you can have break here. We can save this and check it. Okay. See, from x is equal to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and loop stopped at 16. Yes, this is the program for using break statement, how it works. Okay, this is how the break statement works in our programming. Got it? Yes, we can enter into the class. Any doubt here? Please see this once again. See PHP starting the program. We are assigning the variable x as 10. In this while loop, we are having the condition until this x is less than 20. This while loop fully will be executing until 20. And we are printing it. We are making our variable incrementing by 1. If this is equal to 16, the loop stopped here. So, before reaching x is 20, we are stopping the loop here. For that, this break statement is needed. Okay? Any doubt in this? You can go to the next one. The next one is, what would happen if there is no break statement in PHP? So, it is also your own opinion. You want to write, if there is no break statement in PHP programming language, what will happen? Okay, you write your own opinion. And the next one is our continue statement. Okay, what is meant by the continue statement? In a loop iteration, if a particular iteration has to be skipped, to skip any statement, we use this continue statement. Okay. This continue statement is used to skip the current iteration of the loop. This will not terminate the loop as break. So, break will terminate and come out of the loop. But this continue, it will skip that first iteration and come out. Okay. Example. Here, see here. You are going to loop starting statements. If the continue occurs before going here, it will go to the starting of the loop again, skipping the other statements. Okay, skipping the next statement. This is how continue statement will work. So, there is a difference between break and continue. Break will terminate, it will end the loop, but continue will not end, it will skip that one iteration of a loop. Okay, one iteration of that loop will be skipped by the continue statement. Got it? Yes? Okay. So, the next one is write a program to print the sum of the first 10 numbers. So, you want to write a PHP program to print the sum of the first 10 numbers. Okay. So, write the PHP program. This also after theory part I will give you, but before that try it. Try by your own whether you can write the program. Okay. For printing the sum of 10 numbers, it's very easy. Try it. If you are having any doubt or if you tried it, please send it to me. I'll say whether it is correct or wrong. Okay. The next concept we are going to see is about the tech concept. Okay. In this tech concept, what is the thing we are going to see is about the accessing of the another computer. Okay, accessing another computer in a network is possible if all the computers are networked. Okay, we saw in the chapter 2 tech concept as the networks, right? We are having several network topology like bus topology, ring topology, yes, star topology and all. So likewise, if it is networked, a network allows you to view only those files that have been enabled by their owners to be shared. So, in our lab itself, you might have seen the shared files, right? From your system, we can share the files to the printed system and we can take the printout, isn't it? So, the sharing of the files in the network can be used, allows to view only if the file is being shared, okay? So, how the file sharing can be done? File sharing is the sharing of a computer's data on a network. It allows multiple users to access the same file over the network. So, it allows multiple users to access the same file over the network. So, one file can be accessed by more than multiple persons, more than 1 or 2 persons. The same file can be accessed if the file is in the sharing mode. To view a file over the network, the folder containing the file should be shared on the network. So to view a file over the network, the folder containing the file should be shared on the, you must first share the folder or file on the network to view the file by the others. Yes? You can view or you can access all the shared files by using the My Network Places icon on the desktop. We are having a desktop icon called as My Network Places. Okay, I'll show you here. See, My Network. This is the icon, right? So this is the icon. So you can view or access all the shared files by using My Network Places icon on the desktop. You want to double click on My Network Places and navigate to the system where the file is available. If you are in the lab, you can very well see how we are going to My Network Places. As I am using laptop, I cannot practically show the file sharing concept. If in the school, while we are coming to school, we can practically see how the My Network Places works. Okay. So to work with the My Network Places, you want to double click on My Network Places and navigate to the system where the file is available. You want to double click on it to open and view its content. Okay. So you want to double click on it to open or view its content. So how to enable the sharing of a folder, how to enable it for sharing. So right click on the file or the folder on the computer to be shared. Choose the sharing and security option. A dialog box appears. Click on the sharing tab and select share this folder on the network option. Okay. See here. I am going to share this file. Okay, going to share this file. See, sharing and security here. So you want to go with the share, choose to whom you are going to share. Okay, so I want to use this sharing and security. Okay, your network path, everything you want to see. Share this folder, right? In the connect properties, choose the sharing and security option. A dialog box appears. Click on the sharing tab. See? Click on the sharing tab. Okay? Yes? You want to click on the sharing tab and you want to share the file. Got it? If you are having any doubt in this, so likewise you want to share the folder or the file. So dialog box will appear. You want to click on the sharing tab and select share this folder on the network option. See, sharing tab and share this folder, your name and connection. As I am not connected to the network, it is not coming. But if you are connected to the network, this option will appear. Okay, you want to right click on the file. And then your general sharing security will be there. You want to click on the sharing. Inside this share this folder will be there. You want to share this folder. Okay. Yes. Any doubt till now? So we are going to end the session now. Okay. We'll have a quick recap of our third lesson. In third lesson, we saw the conditional statements and also the looping statement. Conditional statement about if, else if and switch case statements. In the looping statements, we saw about the while loop, do while loop and the switch case statements. For loop, right? While loop, do while and for loop. And the example programs for all these we saw. And two statements, that is break statement and continue statement, which is used in our conditional statements and looping statements we saw, right? If you are having any doubt, please ask me. With this, our decision making in PHP is over. Next class, we will see about the book back exercises and answer the following. Thank you, children.